Energy reserves and revenues. A new partnership. Russia's top oil company takes its first steps into the region, boosting production in southern Iraq and tackling the perils of Mother Nature in Oman. And another milestone deal this week. Russia's largest oil company is expanding its presence in the Middle East. Last month, state-run Rosneft signed an agreement with Sharjah's Crescent Petroleum to jointly develop oil and gas projects in the region. They've now launched their first venture, a project to explore a gas concession in Sharjah. It's Russia's first foray into the Gulf. The country's largest oil producer, Rosneft, is joining forces with UAE-based Crescent Petroleum to develop a large onshore gas field in Sharjah, starting with the drilling of 2 exploratory wells. It's the first joint venture between the two companies. For Crescent's executive director, it's a union that just made sense.
The Middle East and Russia are the two largest oil-producing regions in the world. Between them, they produce 52 million barrels of oil per day, which is approximately 45% of the world's current production. On a reserve base, they hold approximately 60% of the world's total oil and gas reserves.
The $60 million investment is part of a broader agreement between the two companies to explore other oil and gas options in the Middle East and North Africa. Crescent, from its base in the UAE, has an operation in northern Iraq and a large concession in Iran.
Rosneft and Crescent decided to partner on this project in Sharjah as really a platform to expand into other places within the Gulf and the greater Middle East. Sharjah has a long history of producing gas. Today we face an oil challenge. The oil challenge is such that the global oil fields are declining at the rate of approximately 6% per year. The gap between the supply and the demand per year is increasing at approximately 5 million barrels per day annually. If you extrapolate that, you find that in 2018, we would require an extra productive capacity of about 40 million barrels of oil per day. To put that into perspective, that's around 4 new Saudi Arabias.
Jafar says deals like these will help to resolve that oil supply-demand challenge.
The region currently holds 40% of the world's natural gas resources, however, only 12% of the production. You add to that within that 40%, the reserves are heavily weighted upon a few countries. So the challenge is really to make sure that there is enough investment going into developing those reserves over the next few decades to meet that imbalance.
The concession has targeted reserves of an estimated 23 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and 117 million barrels of condensate. Any proven gas reserves could potentially supply the UAE's local consumption needs.